Hey, enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 699.
The sex. Oh, what? Go ahead.
It's a rollback, right? Like it's $6.99. We're
Oh.
not $7.
That's true. We're a savings, a bargain. For a low price of $3 a month, you too can support Salty Language at patreon.com/saltylanguage. Now with a free week.
Ooh.
That's right. Your first week's free, baby. You can check in, check us out, and get the fuck out if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Or just stick around and enjoy the stuff.
Hopefully you'll get hooked and want another taste.
I was not expecting to get a plug in that early, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah. That's always the goal. See how quick we can get to Patreon.
that might have been the quickest one ever.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
Anyways, so we're back. Sorry for having to take a week off. It's not something that we like to do.
It's true.
You know, I felt like such garbage. I wasn't even like, hey, throw me a Patreon thing to put up. Dude, I felt like hot shit all week. Like I woke up Monday and I had a sore throat, and I was like, I thought maybe I had just been snoring,
right?
You know, because I have sinus issues and whatever. And then Tuesday it was, you know, it was like that, but then it was getting worse. And then like I almost couldn't talk by Wednesday. And I'm like, this is not going to be good for podcasting.
What do you mean?
Unless you're into hashtag less Bryan, hashtag more Tony maybe, but yeah, by Thursday, dude, I could barely talk. I mean, when I was, you know, like that kind of talking, you know, so.
Sounds amazing.
It did not.
More seductive than sex.
Yeah.
That's right. The soundboard's back, baby.
Oh, my pants just got so tight. Yeah, you know, just as the week went on, I just felt worse and worse. Like, you know, and then it was like, oh boy, now I'm starting to cough a bunch, and I'm like, oh, I got the crud. It's not just a sore throat, you know. And even now, I'm way better.
That's
I still
good.
feel like my voice is not quite back all the way.
Right.
I'm sure after we're done tonight, I'm probably gonna have to like do some lozenges or something. But
hot toddies.
Hot titties? Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nothing. The healing power of hot titties.
Yeah, but it's, whew, boy, my lips have been just, my nice supple lips have just been ruined by all this mouth breathing though, you know.
More seductive than sex.
Yeah. It's, man, no good, man. No
good. Yeah, being sick sucks. I think I'm not really going out on a limb saying that.
No, I don't think that's a hot take, but yeah.
It's definitely not a hot take.
Right. But yeah, I feel so much better today. Now I'm hitting the like cabin fever part of it.
Oh man, I've had that for months.
To where I'm like, I need to get out of this house because I haven't left the house in over a week because I've just felt like trash.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Been trying to stay away from my mom because, you know, I didn't want to get her sick.
Of course, that would not be fun at all.
Right. So, you know, but the other day she, you know, when my throat was really hurting, she made me some like homemade chicken noodle soup.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So that hit this. I'm not a big soup guy, right? Like I don't like, I'm not a soup guy. I don't drink a lot of like teas and coffees, you know, hot beverages and stuff. But man, that hit, you know, and I was like, I need a grilled cheese sandwich to go with this.
So, all right. I'm not a tomato soup guy.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about grilled cheese dunked in a bowl of chili?
Dude, how could it not be? Right. How could it not be good? Right. Bread's good with chili. Cheese on chili is a must. Like, I always throw cheese on top of my chili.
I'm not going to lie. If I go somewhere and they have a grilled cheese on menu, I might do this.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be amazing in there because that, I mean, really, like, that's what makes, I mean, again, I know you're not a tomato soup guy, but like, that's really all I want the tomato soup for is a dip for my sandwich.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want like a big bowl of tomato soup. You could give me a cup of it and give me like 2 grilled cheese sandwiches.
Now, what if
happier in that regard?
What if your tomato soup also had like meat, beans, seductive spices in it?
Seductive spices. Well, I mean, you had me in seductive spices.
Of course. I mean, I scrolled away. There it is.
More seductive than sex.
Of course.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, because like I love cornbread with chili,
For sure. Yeah.
and like I said, I put cheese on chili every time I have it. So
You have to. It's a law in
Yeah.
America. I'm pretty sure.
I'm like, if I need things to put on my chili. Like I love like raw onion and cheese to go on top of my chili.
Absolutely.
If you have other accoutrement, I'm like if you have Fritos available.
Oh,
that's
fuck
awesome.
yeah. You ever throw
jalapenos,
you ever throw extra cheddar blasted goldfish in your chili?
No, but that's a great idea.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't see where a grilled cheese would be a bad sandwich to dunk in your chili.
That's what I think too. All right.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I'm
man.
glad we agree.
Especially since you're not a tomato soup guy, I think that's a great replacement, actually.
Right?
And/or upgrade. I'm not sure.
I think it's an upgrade,
It might be an
personally.
upgrade. Yeah.
For me,
that's
it really is. I mean, unless you're
That's
gonna
why
bring me a bowl of soup, put it into a glass of vodka, and serve it as a Bloody Mary.
Which is normally how you have tomato
Yes,
soup.
yes, that would be fun. Can I get the tomato soup? No, Bloody Mary.
No. I want the adult tomato soup.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean a Bloody Mary? Yeah. Dude, that actually would be funny. Bring out like a glass with tomato soup in and then pour the vodka in.
Oh, that'd be grand.
Be a Bloody Mary soup. Somebody that has to exist.
It,
Right?
that
looking
makes
right
that makes sense. It has to exist. Absolutely has to.
A Bloody Mary soup.
In fact, I should probably look it up too for our video watches.
There it is. Taste of home. First thing. Bellow. Bloody Mary soup recipe. I knew it had to.
Oh my
because
God.
How could it not?
Yeah.
Bloody Mary soup with beans? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Now we're just making chili, guys.
That's what I was gonna say. We're just making chili now. Damn it. Like if I want because what I'm meaning is not just like I mean we joked, but we didn't want just like tomato soup and vodka. Like we want so it tastes like a Bloody Mary with those spices and.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Oh, okay. You might have me on this one. The ultimate slow cooker Bloody Mary beef vegetable soup.
I mean, that's probably
Beef with
that's probably amazing.
That sounds like a banger. But dude, even Lando Lakes has a Bloody Mary soup recipe.
Well, something's got to wash down that butter.
That's all it is, too. They're like, put 6 packages of butter.
Yeah, exactly. 2 squirts of ketchup.
Oh God. And a stalk of celery.
Yes.
Yeah. There's actually quite a bit here. Oh, here you go. Bloody Mary soup with pumpernickel grilled cheese.
See, now
That sounds all right.
that sounds all right.
Yeah. So okay.
You had me a
I mean, we didn't
pumpernickel
invent
too.
it, but damn, that actually sounds pretty legit.
Yeah, that sounds pretty goddamn good.
All right. Well,
All right, Bloody Mary soup. I see what we're doing.
I see you.
Yes,
All right.
I see you.
You're on the radar.
Damn right they are.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, jeez.
Trying to figure out my new window layout here since I got extra things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had the chicken noodle soup, and I was like, I don't know why I just wanted that grilled cheese too, So, I was gonna make it. My mom's like, I'll make it for you. So, she made me grilled cheese sandwiches and soup. Man, made me almost feel like I was like,
Yeah, dude, you watch Price is Right?
It wasn't Mrs. It wasn't. It's funny we did actually because they had it on at night last week.
That's
so
hilarious.
It wasn't the same night, but if it was, it would have been perfect.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you know.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't Mrs. Grass soup. I remember eating that a lot when we were children.
That weird oil ball thing.
Yeah, that was the flavor bomb, is what that thing was, man.
All right. Speaking of, can we talk about soup technology real quick?
I mean, we're not to that part of the show, but I guess.
All right. I mean, I can do a lot of scrolling.
I mean, God, soup tech's coming up later, but
yes, science.
Yeah, yeah, soup.
Right. So, do you remember when we went to the Asian market?
Yes.
And I bought that cup noodle, the like spicy cheese cup noodle.
I actually have stories from that to tell as well.
Fair enough.
Okay, but yes.
I had that for lunch the other day. Delicious, by the way. Although I think, despite the fact it has like weird milk powder because it's spicy cheese, it completely annihilated me.
Right,
that was
dairy.
unpleasant, but whatever.
Not the heat, but the dairy.
The dairy, yeah.
Isn't that funny? You'd think of if you're reading an ingredient list, you'd go, oh, the asshole destroying heat is probably what should destroy me. No, I'm good with that.
Well, and it wasn't even that hot. Like I put like spicy chili crisp in it too. It was delicious.
Right, like a little cheese though. Forget it. I'm wrecked.
Oh, it's horrifying. It just war crimes, Brian.
Right.
War crimes.
I know. I heard you still have police tape in your bathroom.
Oh my god. But so this cup noodle though, it's like, hey, peel the stupid thing back halfway, boil, whatever. I'm sitting there thinking like, fuck, I'm gonna burn the shit out of my hand trying to drain this thing.
Yeah.
Right? I pick it up on a microwave. The cup is so insulated. Nothing.
Really? That's good technology.
And then I'm looking at the lid and it says poke holes and there's little die cut triangles, 4 or 5 of them around the outside edge that you can punch in and you can strain the water out.
Oh, wow. That's really smart.
I'm like, where is this tech in America?
Right. Because I remember making cup noodle and basically destroying my hand trying to do those things.
Trying to drain it. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually at Family Video, somebody left one of those, the rings they have for like coffee.
Yeah.
Basically, to keep from burning your hands. Somebody left one of those. It was like a reusable one in the back so that if someone was making cup noodle or whatever, you could slide that on there so you wouldn't destroy your hands, basically.
Well, it's like it fucked me up because the cup was so insulated.
Yeah.
That after I mixed everything and, let it sit for a couple minutes to make sure everything was like moist.
Yeah.
I went to eat it because I picked the cup up. I'm like, oh, it's cool.
I assume you mean the cup you were eating. Not
yes, of course.
Okay.
But I pick it up and it was so cool. I'm like, oh, we're good. I burnt the shit out of my mouth.
Well, it makes sense, right? Normally you see steam off of something and you go, oh, that's too hot. Or you touch it and go, ouchies, my fingies.
Yeah, like I think I was playing a game on my phone. I touched a cup and I'm like, well, it's a paper cup. I'm so used to like cup noodle.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was very well made. Bravo.
Yeah, wow. They're way ahead of us on that. Then.
Yeah, well, noodle tech, insane.
Since we're talking Asian market finds,
yes.
I tried those. I got 2 bags of Cheetos while we were there.
Oh, yes.
No clue. Well, not no clue. Very little clue about the flavor because I bought them. There's the only thing that was English on the package was where it says Cheetos. On the back, there was what looked like a chicken leg or a drumstick kind of thing. And then on the other one, it looked like a steak. So I'm like, well, I should be pretty safe, right? It should be a poultry and steak. So
one would assume.
Right. So I opened the poultry ones and I, stuck my nose in them and was basically like, okay, first off, they smell similar to, the best way I can put it is chicken stock, basically, is what they smelled like.
A bouillon cube?
Yeah. And so when I tried them,
I bet you these are so good.
So they were light colored. They're not like orange, orange or whatever. They're
Those dyes are illegal overseas.
Right. So I throw one in my mouth because, I'm not about to put like 19 of them in there until I know if they're good or not. I try one and I'm like, they had a reminiscence of a Funyun because there was a little, almost like an oniony taste, but then it was very bouillon. They were really good, dude. I would smash a lot of those.
Have you ever heard about chicken salt?
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically like
that's probably what it is. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably something like that.
It's like basically like bouillon and salt and all that mixed together as a seasoning.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's probably garlic and whatever in these things. I couldn't tell because obviously I can't. So I did Google Lens it to see what the actual flavor was. The actual flavor is turkey leg. It's savory turkey leg.
I would not have expected that.
Me either. Do you remember those roasted chicken chips that we ate?
Yes.
And how we were like, wow, these are actually really pretty good. That's what these were like, dude. But it wasn't. The only reason I couldn't smash like large amounts is they're so salty.
Yeah, I bet.
Right? But other than that, they were really good. So a few days later, I opened the bag of the steak ones and I, Google Lensed it again. And it said Japanese steak, which doesn't really tell me anything. I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't say anything that's like, oh, God, I don't want to eat this,
The steak reads anime or reads manga, watches anime.
Right. Yeah. So when I tasted it, again, almost same color as the other ones, which was weird. I figured there'd be some sort of, reddish color to them. But again, not in other countries, right?
Exactly.
As an American, I'm used to this. In America, so I try it, and it tasted almost like it kind of had a steaky flavor, but it had a lot of kind of almost like I don't want to say barbecue, but more of a like Japanese or Korean barbecue, if that makes sense, because they don't taste like our barbecue.
For sure.
And they weren't bad, but it's not really something I want to eat. Like, I eat the bag of them, that was fine, but I was like, I don't find myself going, man, I want more of these.
Right.
They were okay. The turkey leg ones though were legit. Like, if we go back there, I'll probably get another bag or two of them.
Hell yeah.
Because I really did like those. But again, I let my mom try one, and she goes, "Oh man, are these salty?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You for sure don't want to probably eat the whole bag in one sitting."
Also, your salt content for the week is done.
Yeah, and you had one, but worth it though. Both of them were good. At least neither of them were like, "Oh my god, these are the worst things ever."
Right. Fair enough.
So I got one more food thing real quick here, since of things we tried, which was they put out Butterbeer Goldfish. The Butterbeer is a thing from Harry Potter, right?
Come on, Pepperidge Farm. No one remembers this.
Right. So I got them because I was curious, because they're supposed to be like a butterscotch flavor, and I love butterscotch flavoring.
Yeah,
like puddings and candies,
Yeah.
chips, like in my cookies,
Grundle.
So, huh?
Grundle.
Grundle for sure. Oh, I always keep butterscotch in my, near my Grundle.
Of
It's
course.
Good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Scotch, I have Scottish, heritage, butterscottish heritage.
Butterscottish heritage.
Well, that's not easy to say. Anyway, and when years ago, when me and Jen went to Florida, at the Harry Potter thing in Universal, you can get butterbeer.
It's Florida, just let you know.
Sorry, in Florida, they have butterbeer. God, I can't remember. I think you can get it just like plain or as like a slush, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I know it's butterscotch, but like slushy butter just sounds vile.
It's not, it doesn't taste like butter.
I know,
though.
but that's like what my brain does, It just.
Oddly enough, Land O'Lakes right here, a recipe for slushy butter if anyone wants it.
Oh, perfect.
You just you just put a couple sticks of butter and some ice in a blender.
Delicious. Oh God, that'd be the worst thing ever.
That sounds so bad.
It sounds so
I love
bad.
butter, but that'd be one of those few times butter did not make it better.
No.
Anyway, the goldfish have a decent butterscotch flavor to them, but I don't know. There's something
Do they
about them that
have
I'm just like,
lightning bolt scars?
I didn't look, honestly.
Because if they don't, they
like
fucked up.
You're not wrong. They really should. But they weren't bad, but I don't think they're anything amazing, But they were all right. They weren't as good as those turkey leg Cheetos.
Well, dude, the turkey legs, they're just better than a lot of stuff in general.
And apparently there's some sort of sweet corn Cheetos also that are in that line. And I think I saw them when we were there. I think I mentioned them actually.
I bought these delightful sweet corn snacks one time I was there, and I was the only one that liked them. But they reminded me of like Chi-Chi's corn pudding, but crunchy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they were so good.
That's an interesting reference. All right.
I miss that corn pudding. I really do.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Yeah. But so if we go back, I'm gonna for sure be looking for the sweet corn ones too.
Hell
to give a go to. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Makes sense.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I have multiple food stories like that I was gonna go into, but I was gonna let's do our recap stuff first, I guess. Or do you want to just roll through it now?
We can just keep rolling, man. I'm having a time.
All right. Well, I saw today that apparently come May, Pringles is putting out Miller Lite beer can chicken chips.
I've seen this. Yes.
And there's supposed to be grilled beer brat ones too.
Was it
So I will for sure be on the lookout for these for a future Patreon.
Miller Lite Pringles. Yes, this would be a grand thing to do on our Patreon.
Yeah. Because I just saw they're supposed to be out in May. So I got to just remember, because I don't buy Pringles much. I also saw apparently Target had something like a bourbon barbecue ones. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm not even seeing this stuff anymore.
Pringles is in the game all of a sudden.
I know. I'm going to have to start looking at Pringles now. I quit for a while because I was like, whatever. They just have, whatever flavors.
You know why I like a Pringle,
like
Brian?
Because you get your hand stuck in the can?
No, the opposite. Because I just pour them bitches into my mouth.
Yeah,
like
a
savage.
Right? That's for sure the move. Like, why even put your hand in them?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got kind of big paws anyway, so it doesn't really work out too well.
Yeah, I can't get my hand in that can.
Yeah.
Just like on my FetLife profile. Yeah.
You just haven't tried hard enough.
Well, listen, you got to listen to what the other person says.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. No, that's why the one thing I love about a Pringle, though, is
yeah.
And then
even if
it's my can, because sometimes I might get like weavings back in there,
Oh, there's gonna be.
Yeah. So like it's like backwash. Yeah. So it's like definitely don't accept Pringles out of the can from me. Is all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's totally fair.
I mean, I've definitely had those evenings where a can of Pringles is like, this is single serving.
Same. That's part of the reason I don't buy them much.
Yeah, because you just smash.
It's too easy to smash.
Yeah.
It's like when you get that whole sleeve of Thin Mints out.
Oh, for sure.
You have to only take so many, otherwise you're eating it single serve.
Like I'm not gonna lie. Here you pop the top, right?
Yeah, and once you pop it, you can't stop.
Initially, off that top layer, off the like Earth's crust of the can,
yeah,
I will pinch those off because I can get.
Sure, me too.
Yeah, I can get
well, you're not a savage.
Yeah, exactly. I can get my chimp fingers in there,
Right. After that, it's full Cookie Monster.
Yeah. Once it gets too low and I'm still Pringling it up, those bitches are getting dumped right in my face.
Right.
You know.
That's why you got to put your hoodie on backwards, just pour them into your hood, and then just, like a feed bag.
Yeah, but see, the problem is 2 days later, I'll put the same hoodie on, and then I'll put the hood up, and be like all these like stabbing chips in my head.
Oh, I was thinking like, why are all these holes in my hoodie?
Oh, yeah, bomber, bitch.
Oh no, I was meaning you.
Oh, that too.
You just can't stop.
Once you pop.
That's what they say. I mean, that mustache is seductive,
Dude.
I mean, like you said, I assume these have seductive spices in them.
They better.
Yeah. I mean, your beer can chicken does.
It does.
I've had your beer can chicken.
And
I've also had your grilled beer brats.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah. There's seductive somethings in both of them.
Sometimes I seductively insert the beer brat into the beer can chicken.
Oh, that's the move right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. In slow-mo, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Maintaining eye contact.
Always.
Always.
Dude, you know what I would love to do? So when you do the beer can chicken, the bird kind of freezes in that position, and it's like little bird legs are like wide open because of the beer can, right?
You mean, oh, dude, that would have been a great time for a Creed drop.
Yeah, no shit, right?
With legs wide open.
So all you have to do is get the beer brat and like toothpick it right into the crotch of the chicken.
God, it'll look like it's ski poling.
No, it'll look like that enormous fucking black dude with his giant dick on the bed.
Oh yes, that would be amazing. Can you imagine like you have people over and you're like, I'm making beer can chicken, and you set it up, right?
Yeah,
so when you take the lid off.
Yeah, well, that was Derek's Cookies or whatever, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Classic.
100%.
I'm telling you, that would be amazing.
Yeah. It's funny, like a lot of people online are like, these sound gross, blah, blah, blah. I actually think beer can chicken, because again, we had those roasted chicken lays, and if I remember correctly,
they were delicious.
Correctly, we liked them. Yeah. And again, I just had those turkey leg Cheetos that were pretty strong. So, and the brats are a little different, because when you start trying to like meat flavor things, sometimes they want to try to, like, since it's grilled beer broth, it's like I hope they don't put like too much smoke flavor.
Yeah, it'd
in
be
it.
like liquid smoke and
Yeah, and you know, because a lot of bacon stuff is like that, to where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, I get it. You know what liquid smoke is, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
guys, bacon's smoky, am I right?
yeah. Oh, dude, speaking of bacon, the other night I had some tomatoes I had bought from Aldi, you know, that I needed to use, and I saw bacon in the fridge, and I'm like, you know what I should make? Some BLTs.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Dude, those tomatoes were so just water. It was, you know, we talked, remember on one of the Q of the W's, like, what can ruin a sandwich? And your answer was a tomato. And not that you don't like tomatoes, but a shitty tomato can ruin a sandwich.
Absolutely.
Dude, I got that bacon perfectly cooked, you know, little chewy but crispy.
Yeah.
Had all this, you know,
Well,
had all
slow
the
down.
things on it. Sorry.
I wish I had sexy music to play, but we'd get pulled off of YouTube.
Nice crisp romaine on there. Some, you know, I put cheese on mine because I like cheese on mine. You know, not everybody does.
Well,
but,
that's
you
fair.
know,
You do you.
you know,
Yeah.
right. So, you know, stacked it up, looked amazing. About to, you know, took a bite out of it, and I was like, wow, there's no flavor to that tomato at all.
Would have been better if you dunked it in Bloody Mary soup.
Seriously. My mom went to make one, and she threw some salt and pepper on the tomato, and she said, you know, that helped. But it's like, I know, like, she's always been the type, she'd go out in the garden and get a, you know, tomato right from the garden.
Yeah, of course.
Just hit it with a little salt and just eat it, you know? And I was like, yeah, you know, just, it always reminds you just how shitty
hothouse tomatoes are.
Hothouse tomatoes are.
Yeah, they're terrible.
And it makes you, and
Brian,
it sucks because
tomatoes aren't supposed to grow in November.
I know.
You know? We're spitting in the Lord's face.
but I wanted a BLT so bad.
But
I wish
but
there was
Jesus,
a way that you could.
I wanted a BLT.
I wish you could like jar tomatoes to where they'd be great for sandwiches. You know, like where you can.
Well,
stuff,
yeah, it's called ketchup.
You know. Oh my God! Since we're on food, I saw
keep going. Food.
I saw an ad campaign for Heinz, and they were having people try potato chips with a ketchup dip, because they're like, what, fries and ketchup are perfectly acceptable, but how come no one dips potato chips in ketchup?
All right. So,
and it's way different though.
Ketchup, like, I like ketchup, but that's like a sugar dip to me.
Oh, it is for sure.
You know, I can't imagine. I don't even really dip my fries in ketchup that often unless my fries suck.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, I'm usually just a nude fry guy. I just raw dog them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So
I usually use ketchup, but there's something about like potato chips. I think it's because most fries, either you're getting like a handful of fries, you know, like if they're thin fries like McDonald's, you're getting like 8 or 10 fries at a time. You're doing one, you know, or if they're thick fries, you're getting a lot of potato versus the sweetness of the ketchup you dip them in. With a chip, they're usually so thin that unless you're grabbing like 9 chips.
Now, is this
I
ketchup
think the balance
chip
is too far off.
Is this just pure ketchup or is it actual like dip?
Oh, that I don't know. I don't even know if it was a real thing. They probably just put ketchup in a jar and called it ketchup dip.
You know, that's because like if it's an actual formulated chip dip, I'm like, maybe.
Well, that'd be different. Yeah.
You know,
let me see here.
Is it gonna be American onion dip? It's just ketchup.
Okay, so this is from Heinz Press Room. Sorry about going nuclear here.
Yes, quite.
All right. Heinz launches dip for potato chips. Same unmistakable ketchup, new way to enjoy. So I'm trying to scroll here real quick. Fries and ketchup have always been a beloved combination, but for some reason the potato chip's been long overlooked.
Has it?
Oh, here we go. There's actually a HeinzChipDip.com. So we're gonna jump over.
Yep,
that
that's where I'm actually on Kraft Heinz's website right now.
Right, a fair, you know, it looks like it's out of stock, unfortunately.
Oh, of course it is. There it is. So we got here. Search Walmart.
See, that's what I
took me
thought.
to.
Nope, it's literally a jar that you just fill with ketchup and tell people it's a chip dip.
Oh, well, fuck you, Heinz. Hey, I have bowls.
Yeah, but you don't have a limited edition Heinz tomato chip dip jar.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. You're right.
They're probably worth a couple bucks too.
I'm sure they are.
Because there are ketchup nerds out there.
Really? Of course there are. Why wouldn't there be?
Dude, didn't you like buy a ketchup shirt for that one dude that that used to go up to the cottage with Chuck? Didn't you used to call a guy ketchup or something like that went there because he used so much ketchup?
I don't know anymore. I can't remember.
All right, fair enough.
Maybe.
Anyways, I'll have a link to this. I'll have a link to this in the show notes. But yeah, but it was I was more interested in just the idea of why doesn't a potato chip in ketchup hit the same way? Because I've had, you're having hot dogs or not hot dogs, like a hamburger or something. You got chips, a little, ketchup from your burger or something might get on.
You're like, yeah, I'll scrape that up.
Right. You go ahead and eat it with the chip and you're like, whatever. But it's not something that you're like, man, I need some ketchup for my chips.
Dude,
I mean, unless maybe you're eating like fish and chips.
You're throwing a game night and you're like in the middle of, I don't know, Risk or some shit. You're like, hey, y'all want chips and dip? You come out with Ruffles and just a bowl of ketchup.
Hell yeah, dude.
They might burn your house down.
They might, and rightfully so. See what I mean, though? It's like the idea of it is weird, but it's the same idea. It's potatoes and ketchup, but they're delivered so differently, and the texture's different. And that's why I said I think it's that fries gives you a larger starch to sugar ratio, or savory because they're fried and crispy and usually seasoned a little bit.
For sure, right?
Versus a chip, which is thinner and it just doesn't have the substance. Yeah, it doesn't have the substance that a fry does. I don't know. Anyway. All right.
Bizarre world.
Yeah. All right. What is that? I got one more food thing here, and then I think I'm done.
Let's go.
This has been going on apparently for a couple years, and I did not know this. Okay. Did you know that Taco Bell does a Live Más event every year, where they basically go, hey, here's all the things coming out at Taco Bell in the next year. Basically like E3, but for Taco Bell.
No, I did not notice, but I want to cosplay as the Chihuahua.
Right. I did not either. And I saw like IGN was tweeting out, like, I forgot one of the items, and I was like, what the? I was like, this can't be real, because it, like, you literally see a stage with a dude giving a presentation on some new here it is. It's the they've got a queso crisp taco coming out. The taco shell is made out of crispy cheese and stuffed with chicken, lettuce, tomato, and more cheese.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Oh, it does, right? So, and I saw this and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I don't immediately go, that can't be real, because Taco Bell's always been weird about, they try a lot of shit. So
yeah, for sure, right?
I was like, whatever. But I'm like, the event can't be real. But they announced shit like a brisket taco, a chili relleno burrito. Like
that sounds good too.
Some shit, right? I was
I love it. I love a chili relleno or however you say that. I love those things.
The problem is, that it's, Taco Bell looking at a way to no longer be the cheap fast food option. But if the quality were to go up, I would not be adverse to that as well. But I was more about, I'll have a link to this from All Recipes, where if anyone wants to see the things coming out, including a new Mountain Dew flavor called Baja Midnight, which is a tropical lime flavor with a splash of passion fruit, apparently.
Well, I talked about this with Sean. You know Sean now.
Yeah, I do.
And I said they fucked up on this one. They should have called it Baja Nights.
Oh, you're right. You're totally right.
It sounds so much cooler.
It sounds more seductive, actually.
I mean, God damn, you're going to make me go over here, click this, scroll all the way down, and hit.
More seductive than sex.
That's the theme for the show, my friend. The show's going to be titled Seductive Spices. So,
oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
But anyway, like I said, I didn't even know Taco Bell did this.
No, it's fascinating to me.
Right. I mean, and it makes sense, though, because, Taco Bell it does have a following.
I mean, they're living moss, Brian. Right? They are living moss.
It's interesting, though, because I'm curious. I don't know if you remember or not, like Toledo in general, but for Taco Bell especially, we used to be one of the top like test areas for fast food
Of course.
in the country.
Yes.
Like anything they were, because remember we got the Doritos Locos Taco before
Yeah.
anyone in the country did.
You're damn right we
And
did. We're special.
I don't know if Taco Bell still does that or not. I'm curious, if they do or not, because I remember trying the Doritos Locos Tacos, and people were like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's not out there yet," So, apparently, crispy chicken burrito, steak and poblano rolled quesadilla is apparently now available or going to be available in Detroit.
Oh.
So we might get that because we're in the Detroit area, and a Southwest hot chicken crunch wrap in Cincinnati.
I feel like they're trying to raise this Moss from the dead if you look at the picture. So it's like,
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to be Live Moss Live, but it looks like Live Moss Live.
Oh God, that reminds me. You remember The Simpsons with Sideshow Bob, and he has the tattoo on his chest, and it says "Die Bart Die," and he's like,
Yes.
"No, it says D Bart D."
Yes, yes.
I agree with you though.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got a lot of stuff that is very new and different for Taco Bell, especially. So it's kind of cool. But like I said, I didn't know that they did this every year. But it's kind of funny. Apparently it's on. I think it's on YouTube also. If people want to go watch it, which I don't understand the point of that. I would just read. I just read this list and was like, yeah, I'm good here.
Come on, Brian. If like I called you and I was like, dude, get your ass up, get dressed. Live Moss Live is going on down at the Seagate Center, and it's free entry. We're going.
Oh, 100% we would go to that. That'd be amazing.
And I will forever call this Live Moss Live from now on.
That's also fair. Yeah,
Yes.
I 100% agree with and allow this.
Yes. But
so I think that wraps up my my food whip.
I mean, I actually have something to talk about food related.
Okay.
If you're
All
into
right,
it.
let's go.
Let's
go.
Let's go. Let me copy this link.
Yep.
Bing. So, Brian, I don't know if you're familiar with Moosehead beer.
Oh my God, it still exists?
It still exists.
Wow. Moosehead used to be that beer that dive bars always had on special for like $1 or $1.50.
Yes.
And you were like, well.
Well, they're offering right now, because of the political climate we live in, the presidential pack, because it is a Canadian beer.
Oh, right.
Right? So for the low price, Brian, of $2,467,
sure,
you can get 1,461 cans of Moosehead, just enough Canadian lagers to get you through a full presidential term.
That's pretty funny, actually.
And it's just a crate of them strapped to a pallet.
Nice. All right, Luther, new challenge. Forget the, 90 PBRs we talked about killing as a group. We're gonna whack down a few thousand Mooseheads.
Yeah, the presidential pack. I can't even tell you how long it's been since I had a Moosehead.
I can tell you where I had my last.
I don't even remember what they taste like.
It was shit, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
At, Miss Q down here used to. Sorry, for those that aren't local, it's a pool hall. That was always their special beer. That was always. It was like $1.50 a bottle or a can or something like. So I drank it a lot because it was dirt cheap compared to.
If I see this in the wild, beers. I might have to buy one, just to see what they taste like. Because I don't remember.
Because I'd always be like, what beers do you have on special? And it was always Moosehead. And it was like, they probably had Moosehead. They probably bought something like this and had it for like 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Probably tastes like they had it for 20 years.
It did, if I remember correctly. It was not. But again, you never know. Palates change, beers change,
Yeah, for sure, right?
Wow. I like that, though.
Yeah, the presidential pack. Delightful. Yeah. And it's a nice looking crate on it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Actually, I was gonna say, I actually think, we do have one more food related thing to talk about.
Do we?
Yeah, because over the 2 weeks since we've recorded.
Oh, I know. Okay. Yep.
We finally did Scumbag Night.
We finally did Scumbag Night.
and for those who maybe not have been, man, I can't talk. It's 2 weeks off is fucking me up, man.
Hamana.
We referred to Scumbag Night as we had heard that the Daytona wings were at Hooters were like the thing to go get there or whatever.
Yes.
And we've been talking about it for probably, a couple years probably, and we've just not pulled the trigger.
Right.
But upon hearing the news that Hooters is potentially filing for bankruptcy and such, we were like, well, maybe we should get after it.
Yes. Kemosabe, jump on it.
Also, right down the street, literally, 5 minutes is
not even 5 minutes.
So we were like, okay, well, let's do both in the same day. Like, we'll head over to Hoots and get the Daytona wings and a pint, and then we'll roll down to Twin Peaks and whatever.
Have some real food.
Right. And we did, we got to Hooters. We saddled up to the bar. I felt like we were right at the beach. It was
fucking worst bar. One of the worst bars I've ever sat at in my life.
It really it really feels like you're sitting in the kitchen of Hooters is what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like it gives and where we were at was the worst seating probably at the bar almost, because there were no TVs like right in front of us. There was TVs way off to our sides where you had to really
crane
to look at. Otherwise we were literally staring right into the kitchen at the guys making the food.
Yeah, not as fun as staring at the bartender.
No. It was, and it's funny though because the bar itself had it looked like it was like a way overhead shot of a beach. Like you could see little people at the beach.
Google Earth, Daytona Beach, basically.
And I was thinking about it afterwards. I think that's the first time I've ever sat at the bar there. I think every other time I've been there, we've sat at tables.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like the high tops and shit.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever sat at the bar before there. I did once because we got a to-go order. I mean, but not literally, that was more just waiting and then hitting the road. I wasn't really, soaking up the ambiance.
Of Hooters.
Yeah. So, it was... Yeah, it was not a great bar to sit at. That almost any other place you go and you sit at the bar, no matter where you sit, basically you can see a TV easily.
Yeah,
and you don't feel like I don't think I want to stare into the kitchen at Hooters.
I don't
understand why that's like that.
I don't get it either. It was a terrible thought.
I don't mind a little window into the kitchen. I'm fine with that, but I don't understand why they were like, hey, let's
show these guys everything.
Yeah, it's very weird. Although we did learn something neither of us knew, which was that there is a makeup table in the back at Hooters.
Hooter girls have a green room.
Yeah, which neither of us knew because, we've never worked as a Hooters girl. So
honestly, don't really go there very often either.
Also that. Yeah. And again, I've never sat at the bars, so I never really looked back in that way. So yeah, but anyways, the Daytona Jesus.
God damn it.
I am a mess, man. Daytona wings were all right, but they were small.
They were, they tasted like, I like the sauce. It was almost like a classic barbecue sauce mixed with teriyaki.
Yeah.
It was pretty good sauce.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. The wings were so small. I should pull up a picture of Daytona wings. I think they grill them and fry them.
They fry them, then grill them.
Okay.
Yeah, they fry them, and then when they pull them out, they put them on the flat top to put a little crunch on them. That I actually really liked. That was very good, actually. But that was the best part of the wing to me, was that nice, when you got those crispy bits on the outside of it. I really liked that. But
like the pictures I have on the internet obviously look amazing. They did not look this good in real life.
No, they definitely didn't. I'm gonna have was it if you just type in, I'm not going to put it in the show notes, but if you just type in like Hooters wing Daytona sauce, there's all sorts of copycat recipes out there for it. So, and it's pretty simple stuff that I think a lot of people would already have in there. If you're a person that cooks anyway, I think you probably have a lot of this stuff in your pantry or whatever already.
Right.
So yeah, I thought about trying it once just to see how close the copycat gets, and also to see, it's like if there's something I don't like about it, I could improve.
That's fair. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, they were okay though.
I mean, I enjoyed myself at Hooters. I mean, I was drinking Busch Light, which is something I never ordered because the last time I was at Hooters, their beers were way overpriced.
Right.
And I still feel like I paid too much for my Busch Light, but
you did. But we also were like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to sit in Hooters, get, Busch Lights.
Yes.
But and they were dead. And we were there at what, about 3:30?
3:30ish.
4 o'clock?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand it wasn't quite dinner time yet and everything, but I mean, there was a couple people at the bar and that was basically it.
Yeah, like one or two tables had some people in it and a couple fucking weirdos at the bar and then us.
Yeah. They did start getting more people in by the time we left.
Although
it was like,
I mean, not going to lie, though, since the last time I was at Hooters, A Squad was there when we were there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They had a lot of attractive ladies working, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That definitely helps.
It makes the wings taste a little bit better, I guess.
Unfortunately, our view was mostly of the guys working the kitchen.
It did that moment when I'm like, all right, Brian, I got to go break the seal. And that long-haired dude with the ponytail was at the sink. And as soon as I opened the door, and I'm like, fuck, I'm in the wrong room. Oh, that's the dude from the kitchen, not a lady. Okay. Because he had his long ginger hair,
Well, yeah. And I mean, I'm sure it was blowing about in the wind.
All I saw was Hooters shirt and long red hair. And I'm like,
you got excited. I know. Yeah.
I know. It's like, finally.
Like, forget a Burger King bathroom. I'm getting busy in a Hooters bathroom.
About damn time.
We took our leave and went down to Twin Peaks. And this was the first time I had ever been in Twin Peaks. And we apparently stumbled into Ski Lodge lingerie night.
It was Ski Lodge bikini night.
Something along those lines, because, wow, they were very scantily clad.
Yeah, well, I was expecting cheeks on display, Brian.
Yeah, and you're not exaggerating at all. Yeah. Almost every one of them there had pretty close to full cheeks out. So we were like, whoa, okay, well, I guess we really are doing scumbag night because here we are.
What is this, a bakery? I'm surrounded by cake.
There was birthday cake too.
There was birthday cake, yeah.
There was one of the ladies was walking around with a sash. Apparently it was her birthday, and we got to see some old creep hand her a $20 bill.
Boy, did he.
What I think is funny is I didn't see the other guy give her any money.
Wow,
but he was very much into it.
Well, yeah. Who wouldn't be?
Fair enough. It was fun though. I love when we're sitting in there, it was really funny to us because especially with it being cheeks out night.
Yeah.
On a normal night, from what I've seen and what you've told me, their usual outfits or whatever, they're no different really kind of than the Hooters concept.
Yeah, it's
which is
short jean shorts and a flannel shirt that's unbuttoned so you can see some cleavage and all that.
Sexy but not overt.
Right.
This was overt. I mean, there was no. I mean, it was, like I said, it was cheeks on parade. So, and it was just kind of funny because we're sitting there and people with their families in there. The one that cracked me up the most was there was a guy and his lady that came in. And the way they chose to sit was he had a view toward the bar and she was looking out the window. And in my head, I'm going, oh, man, I'm surprised he pulled this off because, he's going to have to not gawk the whole time he's here.
Yeah.
Basically.
Do you think he laser eye focuses her? And then as soon as she looks away, he's just cheeks. Cheeks.
Yeah, it's the Seinfeld thing, right?
Yeah.
You have to look and look away. You can't stare. I was just kind of laughing at that. Or maybe she doesn't care, who knows? But
maybe,
it was just kind of funny watching because I did notice that quite a few times when she would look toward him, he would immediately lock on her.
Yeah.
Which, so he's apparently, he's pro.
He's been in training a long time, it seems like.
I just laughed at the idea, because it's like you said, everybody who's there knows the contract. Everybody, the guys that are in there are pervs, and the girls that are in there are very well aware that the guys are the pervs, and they're going to make bank off of it.
Yes.
Everybody's fine with this, whatever.
Yeah, all the pervs are marks.
The one that really got me was that family that came in with that boy that was 12.
Oh, yeah.
That was right after Sean got there because we were like, oh, that kid's becoming a man tonight.
Oh, man. He went home and abused himself.
Oh my God, seriously, because there is no way you could put a 12-year-old boy around that much cake.
No, I would.
Oh my God.
Yeah, put
That
me in
poor
that
kid.
position. It would have been. Yeah, what are we doing?
Oh, my pants would have been a mess.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh.
God! I'd be asking for like wing cleanup napkins, and it'd be like,
Oh,
"We didn't even have
seriously.
wings." It'd be like, "You have no idea what's going on."
Oh, I had
Yeah.
I had some wings.
I definitely had the tapioca though. You know what I'm saying?
That one made me laugh so hard. 'Cause
Yeah.
that poor kid, just whew.
Like
I mean, I'm sure it was a great night for him, but
I mean, the only thing I'm picturing in my head is like the husband being like, "Honey, I'm telling you, the food here's great. The kids' menu's reasonable. Let's just take the family."
like
And
they wear sensible, like the shorts or whatever.
yeah,
it's not that big a
it's
deal.
yes, no big deal. They walk in, it's bikini ski lodge night.
It's just asshole.
Exactly.
I mean, not just ass. I mean, obviously there was but the boobs were, it's mostly cleavage there. You're not seeing like anything real there. But yeah, it's like most of the women walking around. I like I said, it was full cheeks on display.
Well, I mean,
it was just
from
made
what
me
I
laugh
noticed, because I'm observant and I like looking at attractive women.
right.
Was none of them were like crazy big boob wise.
That's true.
But they
actually.
all
There were
had
a few, but
ass for
most of them weren't.
days.
That is true. It's always like the proportions on some of them were crazy
Yeah.
because it was like they were fairly thin, and then they turned and you're like, oh my God, that's all that ass. Like,
Yes.
And I'm not judging or making any ill compliments or ill
No.
comments here. But it was just anyway. So to the food, we got wings there. I got God, what was that? It was like a bourbon something. I can't remember what the hell it was now. They were like smoked and grilled or something like that.
Yeah.
That we got. Those were so much better.
Oh,
those wings were
yeah,
good.
the wings were delicious and they were big.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were at least twice or more the size of the other ones.
And they might have been a little bit more expensive, but worth
They
it.
weren't. They were cheaper.
Were they?
The Daytona
Okay.
wings were $12.99 for 6.
Okay,
They were $10.99.
I could not remember.
Yeah, they were $2 cheaper
And they were so much better.
and bigger. There was,
And bigger, yeah.
Yeah, so it was for sure the better move as far as that goes. And even their fries were good. Like, because I got fries with mine.
Yeah,
Even
like-
the fries were good. They weren't anything crazy, but they were good.
I mean, it's one of those places. Every time I drive by, I'm like, oh, that place.
Right.
And then I finally went with my coworkers, and I'm like, oh, actually, the food here is not bad.
Yeah, and we got some nice beers.
Yeah, they've got good beers on tap, and
Although in fairness, their whole like serving all their beers at 29 degrees is like, okay, settle down. But
it's
except that one. Except
that ace pineapple, which is basically Sean's bat signal.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Yeah, so him and my other buddy at work, Kurt, were out. They had margaritas after work, and they're trying to get me to come out. I'm like, I'm already doing stuff after work. I'm not.
Also, they were not
They were
really close.
Yeah, I mean, it's two separate cities basically that are suburbs of each other. We're in Toledo, they're in Perrysburg. It's a decent amount of whatever.
Yeah, it's a good 20-ish, minutes.
To be the silly goose I am, I texted my friends that ace pineapple that they love so much. The only reason I ordered it is to taunt them.
Yes, which you told me you were going to
Yes.
do on the way. That's how premeditated. This was.
Yes. And apparently when they got that text message, they were in the parking lot of a Mexican place and they rolled the windows down and were like, this asshole's in Twin Peaks. And my friend Kurt lives even further. He lives out in Elmore. So so he was like, I gotta go home. But fucking Sean paid us a visit.
Well, and what was funny is when Sean said he was coming, I thought, because he was at a place we've talked about on here before called Condado, which is a taco place. There's one of those right down the street from where we were. I, at the time, thought that's where he was. I didn't realize he was at the other location, which is, again, a good 25-ish minute drive.
And Condado is literally 5 minutes from where Sean lives.
Right.
The one
So
he was at.
almost home,
He was basically home.
Yeah. and still decided to come over and join us. I'm glad he did. It was nice to meet him. It was, it was good fun and everything. But it was just, it cracked me up so much when you were just like, hey, the beer. And then you were also like, oh, and ass ahoy.
Yes.
And he was like, oh, all right then.
Yes. Don't mind if I do.
Here we go. I was looking at Twin Peaks website to find the sauce I had. It was a bourbon teriyaki. That's
there you go.
That was tasty. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I got the garlic chili crisp or whatever it was. And that was amazing. So good.
It looked great.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and I was been craving wings too up to that point. So I'm glad we did double wing day.
Yeah, I hadn't had wings. They were smoked and grilled also. Because
Nice.
I'm looking at the menu right now. I hadn't had wings in so long. I mean, I made some one time, but because I had a bag of wings that actually I was going to take over to your house, remember? And then I didn't end up doing it.
Right.
I forgot them, and then I was like, well, I guess I got to make them. So I made them, and I made a garlic chili sauce to go on them, which was fantastic. But that was, that's been
Dude,
a while.
I very well might steal the Daytona wing thing and just smoke wings on my pellet grill and then throw them up on the Blackstone.
Yeah. I think you should.
Yeah. We'll have to do that some night in the summertime.
Yeah, I feel like those will be far superior to what we had.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because, you're going to get, the wings will just be better anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they won't have been frozen.
And they'll be bigger.
Also that. It'd be hard for them not to be. Dude, those drummies I had were the smallest drummies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was like, what pigeon?
Yeah, I was so like, wow, really? But whatever, But anyways, good times and all.
Scumbag Night was very successful.
It really was. It was so funny how we inadvertently were just like, okay, let's do it this day. When we went to Hooters, it was like the concept was, we know we're being scumbags. We're gonna go gawk at women and we're gonna eat
Wings and have some
whatever.
beer. Yeah.
Right. It was like the whole thing. And it turned out to be like we really probably couldn't have picked a more perfect storm of a day to do it.
Right.
And then to have Sean come out and be part of it too was awesome, because like I said, we had a great time with him involved.
Well, and I mean, you saw how like dead Hooters was and how busy that place was too.
Man, seriously,
like, I don't know how that place how Hooters stays open there.
Yeah,
honestly, because the food's never been great.
Yeah, you were 100% right.
Yeah. Yep.
So, anyways, Scumbag Night was a rousing success.
Yes, quite successful.
It was. And the other thing too is like we haven't gone and done that in a long time.
I know, right?
I mean, we've hung. I mean, it's been a while since we went out and hung out. But I don't even mean that. I mean just go get wings and shit. Like we haven't done that in years.
I know.
I was thinking about that because you've had wings a couple times when we've gone out, but it wasn't like, hey, let's go find some wings.
Hey, we're doing wings today.
Yeah, let's just be stupid and, so it was nice to do that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we got to do shit like that more often.
Truth.
Yes.
Truth.
Quite.
Good fun, though.
Quite. Well, now that, summer's creeping up, obviously I'll be hosting things here and it gets easier as the days get longer. Thank God.
Yeah, but you're not going to have, are you going to hire a bunch of bikini clad ladies to come serve food and stuff?
Let me just tell you what I bought off of Shein.
Well, we did have a conversation about you getting banging titties while we were there. So.
Yeah, right.
Because Tony was like, if I had titties, I'd be doing this. And I'm like, it's not too late. Just picture Tony walking into a place like that, legit trying to get a server job.
Goddamn right.
With his banging new titties.
Yeah, and sweet gray and black beard.
Right.
Because I'm not shaving.
You might as well get the old Brazilian butt lift while you're at it, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Really. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
About damn time.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Good time, though.
I got a crazy story for you, Brian.
All right.
So I was telling you that it was tech problems. New monitor down here because I had to move a TV upstairs, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know I live with a crazy lady. God. I live with a crazy lady.
Why are you talking lower?
Yeah, so she doesn't hear me, although she listens to the show.
Right. I was gonna point that out. It's all right. I'll remove it in post to keep you safe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's a Saturday morning, last Saturday, not the previous Saturday, since it's been 2 weeks.
Okay.
We're sitting on the couch. We're just randomly talking about some bullshit. I can't remember what.
Right.
And just Michelle just goes, so I just bought a PS5.
What?
And I went, what?
What?
And it's going to be here tomorrow. And I went, what?
Okay.
Yeah, well, she's been having a lot of hip and back stuff. And sometimes sitting on the couch hurts. She's not really comfortable, like laying down.
Yeah.
So it's like a quality of life improvement for her.
Okay.
Instead of being in a dark room all day.
Oh, well, that's fair. Yeah. Okay.
Right. But I was not expecting this.
Well, because it does give her access to streaming and or game playing.
Yeah. So Yeah. Sure. So the TV that was her old TV in her house that I was using as a monitor. Yeah. It's now upstairs, and like this weekend I'm going to put some boards in the wall and mount it to the wall.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, nice.
Although it's funny because like we've been playing Sea of Thieves, and I'm just like in the living room on my headset, and she's in the bedroom.
Right? Yeah, that is weird. Yeah.
It's a little strange, but it's fun.
Well, what are you going to do, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's awesome, pretty fucking wild.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Although, get this. I put my profile on her PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I can download games. Yes. And she can play them.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I do remember that because I think you could do that on the PS4. Because like the reason me and my nephew did it was so that he could put his Diablo. Is basically so he could log into his account and play as his Diablo character while I was playing as mine when we could play co-op.
Yep.
So he would still get all his XP and stuff because otherwise if he was in my house, you'd create a new character and you couldn't carry your XP back and forth.
It's basically like mine's like the primary.
Yeah.
And then the other one's the shared one, but
okay.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just like, although I really wish Sony, if you're listening, and we know you are.
Yeah, they are for sure.
That they would just offer a family plan.
Yeah, I've seen other people say the same thing.
Because she had to set up for a PlayStation Plus like paid account to to play certain games now.
Yep.
Because she's not on my PlayStation where she had to kind of add access to it, But yeah, still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fucking wild though.
Yeah.
But I get
it. Well, and it's nice. It's also nice too that if there's a time where one of you's playing a game and the other wants to play a different game, maybe you can, you can also do that too. It's nice having. Me and Jen used to do that because I had an Xbox in the bedroom, and then the PlayStation was out in the living room, and it was kind of the same idea. Was she'd be like, I want to go play Roller Coaster Tycoon or whatever, and I'm like, I'm playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, so something way cooler. So we'll see ya.
Obviously, yeah. So it was it is nice to have that option a little bit too. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice because we put all the streaming apps on it, so. Like our night, we're just laying in bed watching an episode of something before we go to sleep, and
well, it's nice having that.
Yeah,
that's what. That's part of why at the time I put the Xbox in there was I had that was the early days of like apps on the game systems, but it was like you have a couple like Netflix or whatever. It was like, oh cool, we have Netflix in here now. Not just the living room. So,
right.
Noise.
Yeah, right. Was not expecting that.
Yeah.
And then the next day, because it was spring forward, we were up late. I don't remember what the fuck we were doing, but we were up super late that night. And then like I wake up to go like piss or something, and I lay back. It's like not even 7:00, and she's like, "Hey, the PlayStation's here," which is insane that they shipped it overnight. It was there before it was even light outside.
Jeez, wow. Okay.
I know. I don't know how that happened. Who's out delivering that early?
I didn't know anybody was.
I know. Like she says, like, oh, it'll be here between like 5 and 8. It's like what?
In the morning?
In the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I, threw on some PJ pants just in case someone was out walking their dog. They see full dong.
Whatever. That's their problem.
And one got it before anyone else got it.
Yeah, it's good call.
But yeah. Oh God, I'm dying. She also wants to play Helldivers, which I think is funny.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Because I don't know if I told you, she joined this girl group to play Sea of Thieves.
Oh no.
Yeah, so whatever, who cares, right? But
Yeah,
this
right.
this same girl group wants to play Helldivers now.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, if you want,
'Cause she's not really a like shooter type
not really.
player, right? Okay.
That's why I
thought.
think it'd
That's
be
why I was
really.
like, this will be interesting.
I think it'd be really fun to play it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, good times.
That's cool. Yeah.
Bizarro world, man.
Yeah. I love that there's groups like it's where the internet's at its best, right? Is that like Fluffy Bunny Ash has told me about how she's part of a large group of people that play Destiny.
Yeah.
And that a lot of them are like LGBTQ people. And it's really cool that there's that that camaraderie, that safe space kind of, and you're playing a game you love,
Well,
so I love when groups can come together like that. I don't like when white supremacist groups can come together.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I saw the post for this girl group on the subreddit.
Because you tried to join it.
Yeah, I was obviously. Well, I got my Brazilian butt lift. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
Well, you're not wrong. Yeah.
But
like clearly they're haters flipping your hair.
But they were talking about like, oh yeah, we made a girls only guild because we're sick of like dudes harassing us. We're all in like our mid-30s.
Sure, well, we know how it is. Guys on the internet being guys on the internet.
I mean, or guys in Twin Peaks keeping guys in Twin Peaks.
Listen, that's a different story.
But so I dialed her into it, and she started talking to the people, and she's played it for them a couple times.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Well, it also helps too because as somebody who doesn't go do a lot of stuff, a lot of my socializing is internet based.
Yeah.
And when you like, I know she's left a lot of social media. So when you strip some of that down, you're, if you don't replace it with other socializing, you're kind of isolating yourself. So it's nice to find another place that you can socialize a little
For sure.
bit,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that stuff like that exists for people. And again, I'm glad for women that exists. They shouldn't have to do this, but I'm glad it exists.
Yeah, right. I mean, I get
because guys should just behave their damn selves. But
you would think, but
yeah, no, I wouldn't actually. I hope, but I never assume on that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I finished season 1 of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
The cartoon.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. I really like what they've done with the show. I got to say this, it's a spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler. You don't get to see him in the classic Spider-Man suit until almost the end of the season, which I actually really kind of like.
The reveal.
They stumble through him trying other costumes that he wore in the comic books off and on, which I actually kind of like.
That's fun. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So, and it gets a little twisted, and they really start introducing other Marvel characters towards the end of the season. So I was like, I'm curious if there's like a big like there's actually like sorry for the spoilers, but in the very last episode you can see the Watcher in the background.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's like, wonder why they have Watcher. So it's like I feel like there might be bigger things afoot.
Was he like 6 feet outside of Mary Jane's apartment?
Yes.
I knew it.
Yeah,
God.
just like that 12-year-old kid when he got home.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Billy, where are you going? We just got home from Twin Peaks.
I really gotta go to the bathroom.
I'm busy for the next 3 hours.
Yes.
If you're gonna come and knock on the door, bring Gatorade.
Like, I don't know what movie or show it's from. You know that little like dried up husk of an alien? It barely moves.
Yes.
That's that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, so much.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I really like the show. I wasn't sure 100% how I was gonna like it, but then they definitely have set themselves up for a season 2, like with the story and everything, which I like because hopefully it gets a season 2 and all that.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I watched the first couple episodes of Daredevil because that dropped. I haven't watched the newest episode, but I watched the first 2, and I thought it felt very much like watching the Netflix series. I mean, it just kind of it moves forward a little bit, like there's a little time jump, but then it's
same old.
Yeah, so far, and there's some fun stuff in there. So yeah, that's I forgot about this. This is huge too.
Huge.
I have to issue a salty retraction or admit that I was wrong about something.
You have a microphone in front of you. You're never wrong.
Well, this time I was.
Okay.
All right, so
I'll be the judge.
The last time we recorded, and I was like, The Rock was on SmackDown, and this is a stupid angle, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
I very much was just shitting all over it.
Yes.
Well, Spurlers, if you're not a pro wrestling fan, I guess, at the event where I told you Cody had to give The Rock the answer, whether he would sell his soul to him or whatever, Cody was like, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
And John Cena had won the event at the thing, so it was going to be John Cena, Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. And then, so after he tells The Rock, go fuck yourself, Cena hugs him and he was like, yeah, all this. And then you see The Rock do like the throat slash sign. And when he does, Cena's face changes and he kicks Cody in the nuts and then just starts beating the shit out of him. John Cena turned heel. And John Cena has been a babyface for like 20 some years in the WWE. This is
because it's mind-boggling. Yeah.
Dude, this is in the wrestling world. This is very much like, you remember when Hogan turned, right?
Yes.
And the world was like, whoa, it's the same idea because, John Cena has done more Make-A-Wish wishes than anyone. It's not even close, right? That's how good guy John Cena is, right?
Well, of course, right.
I did see something that was great. Somebody was like John Cena's next Make-A-Wish. And there was an angle on Raw one time where there was a guy in a neck brace and in a wheelchair and Kane just dumps him off the ramp. And then, of course, that took me back to I did it because it made me laugh.
Yeah, well, of course. Yes, of course.
But what I'm saying is that as stupid as that seemed, that angle turned out to be one of the biggest, like, holy shit moments because Cena's in his last year. He said he's going to retire.
Right.
This is his last WrestleMania, and it looks as though, like, he sold his soul to try to get that last title shot, basically, or to he's going to do this so he can win that title that puts him one more than Ric Flair ever had as the GOAT, basically. And I was like, I got to give them their flowers on this one because I did not see that coming. And Fluffy Bunny Ash was in attendance because it was in Toronto. And I had to watch it later. And she goes, holy shit, was the Elimination Chamber good? She goes, no spoilers. And I'm like, okay, somehow I did not see, oh my God, John Cena turned heel on social media before I watched it. So when it happened, I was like, whoa. Now, I will say this. Hogan turning shocked me more.
Right.
Because I didn't see it coming, but also it just never seemed like the right move. And same with Cena. But for some reason, I don't know why, Cena didn't hit me the same. Maybe because I grew up with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, childhood and all that.
Mania was like our thing as a kid. That was green. It was like, no, Hulk, no, right?
Yeah, right.
And, dude, there's pictures of kids, like when Cena turned. I mean, kids are turning to their parents in their full John Cena regalia. They got the shirt, the hat, the wristbands, and they're sobbing on their parents' shoulders. And I'm like, holy shit. It's like wrestling got them.
You make me sad.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what the soundboard needs that we used to have on it? It's so real to me, damn it.
Right? But it's like, it very much was the same vibe as, the crowd in Toronto didn't start throwing trash into the ring, but
did they bury somebody in chairs?
No, that was
ECW.
But anyway, like I said, I got to give WWE props on that because apparently, originally the plan was to try to get Cody to turn heel, and he was like, "I really don't want to," and then they approached Cena, and Cena was like, "Yeah, let's do this." And I can't wait until Cena's retired, so maybe then we can hear more of the actual story.
Mm-hmm.
Like why he was like, "Yeah, let's go," because John Cena is still like one of the top merch selling guys. He does all the Make-A-Wish things. And it's like, logistically, this is going to be really interesting because are they still going to sell as much merch? I mean, he doesn't need the money, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I think he's doing fine.
Yeah. But also, like, are kids still going to want to meet John Cena? Are they going to understand that, well, like, it's still real to me,
It's still real to me, damn it.
I mean, I assume this is also kind of this is a torch passing moment, because John Cena's been the good guy for the longest time. The next good guy for the next length of time is probably Cody. So it's kind of a torch passing moment. Although my early prediction is that Cody's going to win. The Rock's going to come out and be like, fuck that, and restart the match, and then Cena's going to win via shenanigans, kind of like a Montreal Screwjob situation, so that it gets the belt on Cena and puts even more heat on him, and then you have Cody take it back off of him as the ultimate babyface down the road at like SummerSlam or something like that. Then Cena still can ride off into the sunset, but he's gotten his title win, and it really pushes Cody as the babyface. But anyway, like I said, I was totally wrong because I 100% didn't see a John Cena heel turn coming.
Well, they got you, dude. They got you.
They got me. You know what I love about that is I've been watching wrestling since I was a little kid. A lot of the storylines you heard what I just said, right? Like I laid out and I kind of like, here's my logic, right? And long-term wrestling fans, a lot of times you can do that and get pretty close to what's going to happen. And with that, it wasn't even plausible, So the fact that you could still get me, 40 years in as a fan, I think is great. That's awesome, because it's not often wrestling fully surprises me, So that was cool. But also, I could still use less Rock on the TV. I mean, I'm still
fair enough.
But I understand it. He's, the character he's playing, whatever. So.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Have a pancake, Rock. Calm down.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
So I got a quick couple things here because I know we're probably
we're getting long in the tooth.
Right. So really quick, did you see that they're doing a Spider-Man expansion for Magic?
I did not.
They're doing like everything, right? Like
I know
it's Final Fantasy. It's getting silly.
It's insane if you ask me. But no, I did not see that.
But I'm not going to lie, as a Spider-Man fan, it's like part of me kind of wants to buy these.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get it, of course.
Those are Spider-Man. But, yeah, they revealed a few of the cards. I'll have a link in the show notes if you want to see, for Commander purposes. They have Spider-Man, Venom, and Dr. Octopus. So, or I'm sorry, it says Doc Ock, which really bugs me. I wish they would put Dr. Octopus on there.
I know, I have some respect. He went to school for that long.
Oh, seriously. You go to school for 7 years to be called Mr.
Yeah, so just Doc.
Or Doc, yeah.
Yeah.
The next thing I have real quick here is something I figured you'll be super interested in.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently Skyrim is getting a 60-hour expansion in September.
What?
Yep.
60-hour?
That's what it says. A massive story-focused expansion with 60 hours of original content, adding 40-plus new quests, 50 dungeons, and a new landmass to explore.
Well, color me curious.
Yeah.
I have not heard about this, Brian.
Yeah.
Lord-bound expansion, huh?
Yeah.
Apparently, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that what I read?
Yep. Now, what's weird, though...
Huh.
Hold on a second. Let me take a quick look-see here.
Just wait a minute.
Yeah.
Lordbound is coming in March 2025. That's under Skyrim mods.
That's what I just noticed that at the bottom. Okay, so maybe this is just a mod thing. Okay.
The modding community in Skyrim is insane.
Yeah, so okay, I apologize for getting you all randy there.
Yeah, I mean, it might be available still because you can, on the PS5 and whatnot, you can mod your game.
Oh, can you? I didn't know
It's
that.
not as, oh my God, so many pop-ups. It's not as user-friendly as it is on like PC, but you can mods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I feel...
That's all right. I got excited for a half a second there, though.
Sorry about that.
It's okay, yeah. Brian. I'll get over it. Gonna have a nice cry and then go to bed.
All right. Well, the next thing will get you super excited.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So, did you see the Texas Rangers hat problem?
Can't say I did.
Okay, so New Era put out this line of hats, and it has like the team, like it looks across their jersey, right?
Yeah.
And then in the middle of it, they have the team logo, and most of it is fine, like in the middle of where it says Dodgers, there's the LA logo. Well, the Texas one it says Texas across their jersey, TEXAS. Well, on the hat, the T that's their normal logo covers up the X, so it says Tetas, which I believe in Spanish means something along the lines of boobs.
Tetas.
And they pulled it, but I think some of them have gotten out because there's some listed on eBay for like $1,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Which
That's
there was
hilarious to me.
one that was done before of the A's, and it was supposed to look almost like an echoey kind of effect.
Yeah.
But the way they did it, it looks like it says ass.
Oh, ass.
Ass, yeah. So, yeah, this one was, yeah. And the thing is, when I first saw this, I should have thought about it, and I should have tried to buy one. I didn't even think about if these get shipped out, they're going to be worth money.
Right.
Because there's no way they're going to, I figured they'd get canceled before they got shipped out, but.
Fucking Tetas.
Yeah. So, it's like, yeah. It's one of those where I wonder if somebody saw it and was like, let's see if it gets through.
I mean.
Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
Right? No, I actually have that, and that's the last thing I have.
Oh, you got one more?
One more thing. We've talked about
Shut up and
Zombie
take my
Sailor. Oops, sorry. We've talked about Zombie Sailor Toys before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they've got these line of figures that are called Heels and Faces that are reminiscent of the little Mattel figures from when we were kids, basically. Of the wrestling figures we played with as children.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're putting out a new line of a little more modern scale. So they'll be on the same scale as the WWE figures and everything. So they're going to be about 6 to 7 inches mostly. And the first one they showed off is King Kong Bundy, and it's fantastic. And it's going to come with interchangeable hands and heads and shit like that. They're going on sale March 27th, it looks like. But I'm very curious to see what figures get made in this too, because there's going to be figures that aren't getting made by WWE or AEW currently,
Right.
So it'll be cool. The only problem will be I'm curious what they're going to cost, because I think their little figures are like $30 or so. And the WWE figures at this price point, I think, are 25 or 30 now.
Jesus.
So
right.
they need to keep it somewhere near that. Yeah, I know, right? But they need to keep it near that price point, I think. But still, really cool stuff. This, they do great stuff. Especially if you're a wrestling fan, they make all sorts of cool things. Wrestling. Still real to me, damn it.
I want to thank each and every one of y'all. Oh man! So are we Qing a W in it?
Yes, sir.
Is that what I'm led to believe?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I have our Q of the W already picked for us.
Oh, all right. I had one too. I will save mine.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. No one answered on Instagram. You savages.
Oh, I have a couple Instagram answers.
Oh, do you?
I do. I had a couple people. Our Fred of the show, or Fred, Jesus, friend of the show. God, used to be known as I don't know. He's gone by many monikers, but Oz.
Yeah.
The question was, what would your non-hero bat signal be? And his was an eye roll emoji, which I like.
Yeah, that's pretty
good.
And
our pal, Derek, he says the depiction of a toaster in a bathtub.
Nice.
I feel like that's only going to work once, though, won't it?
I mean, not unless you're in Groundhog Day.
It's just a symbol. He'll be all right.
Yeah, it's true. Well, on face page, Brian, we got Melanie, Jesus Christ. Melanie says...
Glad it's not just me.
Yeah, right. Says tequila.
Oh, boy.
And Kristen says a nacho chip.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I would also come running to a nacho chip.
I probably would too. Tequila, I'd run the opposite direction. That would be a deterrent.
Yes. Lady Cheetos says a rainbow for a pot of gold. Who wouldn't come to my rescue for that?
Fair enough.
Yeah, right. And then Diamond Top Fan, Big Dev says a glass of whiskey.
Nice.
Yes.
Not whiskey in a jarro?
Not whiskey in a jar, a glass of... Well, it depends. Do you drink your normal liquids out of a jar? Because then, yes.
I guess you could.
I mean, mason jar full of whiskey is a whiskey in a jarro, but it's also a glass of whiskey.
True enough.
You know?
True enough.
That's all I got on my end.
Really? That's it?
That's it.
All right. After 2 weeks?
After
Jeez.
two weeks.
All right. Cheetos says he's thinking of the Joker Batman balls bat signal meme, which for anyone who hasn't seen it, there's like the Joker's hanging his nuts over the bat signal, and Batman just looks up and he just sees a giant ball sack. He says his is just one ball in a sack. Oh, you silly goose.
That's funny.
He says other things that'll get him running would be a pack of Marlboro Reds, a marijuana leaf, tacos, free beer. Yeah, free beer I think would get a lot of people.
Yeah, be all kinds of people show up for that one.
Free samples, that's another one I think a lot of people would get up there. And then he also says one missed call from wifey. Yikes.
Nice.
All right. Well, thanks for the answers, folks. This week, the question is, if someone set up a summoning circle for you, what 3 things would they need to make you appear?
This is a good one, Brian.
Yeah, I saw somebody posted this on, I don't remember where it was, Instagram or something, and I was like, oh, that's a good one.
All right. I'm going to go with lately.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would have to be probably a bottle of some sort of lemonade concoction in a water bottle.
That's urine, Tony. Because I'm peeing in that bottle.
It's delicious, Brian. Recycle, reduce, reuse.
Oh my!
I've been just crushing these lately, hardcore.
Okay.
So it's gonna be that.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's we're going currently PlayStation controller.
Okay.
Because that's my after work unwind.
Sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably I gotta think of a food object.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good food object? You know what?
A wet tuna fish sandwich.
Oh God, that was so gross.
Can you imagine though? Like, where do I get a wet tuna fish sandwich?
So gross.
Yeah.
I am going to say just a pizza peel, because I still make homemade pizzas like crazy now.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, obviously, my first no-brainer one is pizza.
I didn't want to just steal the slice of pizza, so I want pizza peel.
No, I understand. But yeah, pizza would for sure be the first one.
Yes.
All right, I'm with you. It's like I'm gonna go more with recent probably than before, because otherwise it would have been like pizza, beer, and who knows what. But I don't think not so much beer anymore.
Right.
I don't drink a whole lot anymore.
Yeah. I've had this 4-pack for like 3 or 4 days. It's the first one I finally cracked into.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
I mean, a nice lady with cheeks out.
No. Of course, yes. Cheeks on display.
Right. Like, you call these cheeks?
Yeah. Pshaw.
I thought you were serious about summoning me. No, as a piece of pizza, for a while it would probably, maybe even still now, like a Funko Pop probably. And let's see, what else would I pick? It hasn't been as much lately because of being sick, but probably I'm with you. It's like probably a like a PlayStation controller or something to that effect.
Yeah, for sure.
I use my PlayStation as a streaming device also, so I'm on it a lot. Even if I'm not playing games, I'm still using it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So arrange these objects. Say the incantations, and I will be there.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that'll be like hoobity boobity. Where's Tony? And he shows up.
This controller's not even charged.
Yeah, you just go away. Boo.
What is this? That's not lemonade based.
Yeah.
Boom, gone.
Yeah, that has sugar in it. I'm watching my figure.
Exactly. I'm trying to stay hydrated, you son of a bitch.
Damn it! What have we done? Or even worse, they unleash you on Earth because just all agitated.
Yeah, just irritated.
Yeah.
I like that idea for a story.
Yeah.
Like they fuck up a summoning circle. It's just a disappointed demon. Like, really? Really?
Like, dude, these are not hard things. You can't get a controller, a piece of pizza, and a Funko Pop. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Like really? Come on.
Isn't that difficult here?
Yeah. I'm not like
I didn't even
that
ask
guy
for
to ask for virgin blood.
Right.
I just needed
or that asshole that wanted
pizza.
Out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you couldn't even bring me good cheeks. Like I don't want to see your grandma's cheeks.
Either that or it's a what was yours again? PlayStation controller, pizza, and what was the third one?
A Funko Pop.
Okay, so yours is easy.
Right.
Either that or it's stuff that just like happens to be arranged in somebody's apartment. And they say, something weird, and all of a sudden you're just like, you summoned me.
What show was that? There was, I think, a cartoon or something like that where they kept summoning somebody and he was getting pissed because they were just like willy-nilly summoning him for like the dumbest shit. I can't remember what it was. But anyways, yeah, it'd be something like that. You're right, because how hard would it be to have a piece of pizza, a Funko Pop, and
a PlayStation controller?
PlayStation controller in the same room. Yeah. Like, oh, this guy again. Like, oh shit, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to set it down there again. Like, can you at least get good pizza next time?
I mean,
like, come on.
You and I are hanging out at the, Twin Peaks on the 6th level for scumbag night in the underworld.
Yeah.
And then you're like, meh. Like, oh shit, dude, I'm getting a call. I gotta take this.
Yeah. I show up, like you said, it's like the worst Funko Pop, or it's like it's not even a full Funko. It's like a knockoff or something.
Exactly.
Like, how did that even work? Like, this is counterfeit. This isn't even a real PlayStation controller. This is third party.
It's one of those knockoff ones. It's actually just a emulator platform in a PlayStation shell.
I was thinking of those ones that they'll make and they have like candy in them.
Oh, yeah. Delicious.
Well, at least there's candy.
Yeah, yum. I'm out.
Yeah, what else you got to eat? Like, is there any more of that pizza?
No.
That was the only piece. Dude, this is from like 3 days ago. Like,
what the hell?
You can't even get a hot and ready?
You summoned me for here? I summoned you?
Yeah. Yeah. I summoned you? Like I really got to change. I got to go see Constantine.
Yeah, right.
Hey, is there a way I can change one of these items? This is way too easy.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I got to put some like Roman like amulet or something in here. It's like something that not everyone has.
It's like, you remember Gary? You remember him? He was summoning circles, 3 different flavors of deli Welch's jellies. He got summoned all the time.
Yeah.
Great mixed fruit and apple butter. Suddenly he's at the table.
Yeah, 3 empty cans of Red Bull and he shows up.
Yeah, who does that?
Yeah, like who even assigned these things? Like, hey, sorry, mate. It's based on, you're going to have to change your behaviors if you want these things changed. Like, fine.
Not going to lie. I want to see the demon that shows up for 3 empty Red Bull cans.
Right. Well, I believe the demon that shows up is whoever drank the 3 Red Bulls.
Yeah, no shit.
It's the demon that's about to explode your heart.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
Good shit. All right. So once again, the question is, if someone set up a summoning circle for you, what 3 things would they need to make you appear?
Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot I had this. Where is it?
Oh, jeez.
Show me what you got.
I really got to arrange these.
Yeah. It's all right. It's your first time,
The tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the plate.
He's right.
Oh, yeah. True enough. All right. Well, with that, head on over to saltylanguage.com, click the links. There's a lot of links this time. I'll have quite a bit in there for
there you
folks
go.
to click around on. Yeah, so go check that stuff out. Also, hit up tangentboundnetwork.com. Check out the other shows there, or if you need a place for your podcast, go talk to them over there. And if you talk to Mark, what do you got for Mark this week?
Because it's mind-boggling to you, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
So,
Oh, actually, I mean, we got to, Mark needs to get us our Hall of Fame shirts.
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And obnoxious rings.
Yes. Yeah. The what do you got to say to Mark was so much better in the Patreon.
Yeah, true enough. Dude, one last thing here. I've been watching on Food Network. They have a Tournament of Champions, where they have a bunch of like high, level chefs and they whatever.
For sure.
So the winner gets like a championship belt.
Nice.
And like a Super Bowl ring type of thing. Dude, they showed this woman who won, I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. That ring has got to be, it looks bigger than your Apple Watch face.
Jesus Christ.
And it's on this little tiny woman finger, so it looks even bigger, but I've seen it on other people's hands, and they're just obnoxious, which is part of the,
Of
thing
course.
with Super Bowl rings too, but good Lord. So I expect a ring at least that size for us.
Absolutely.
Also championship belts.
And championship belts. And
Probably
and matching Pit Viper shades.
yes. But
Yeah.
well, okay, so real quick, what color jacket do we wear? Because every Hall of Fame's got like the color jacket basically.
I mean,
or the NFL does anyway.
for some reason my brain went immediately to like purple and pink satin. I don't know why.
We show up like we're Dumb and Dumber in the tuxedos.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Lloyd and I couldn't think of the other name. That's why I didn't say it.
Lloyd and Lloyd. Harry and Lloyd.
Harry, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, yeah. If you want to reach out to us on the socials, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me on a few different platforms at Stunami.
You can find me on Instagram at DMonotony. And you can find Salty Language at patreon.com/Salty Language. If you know, you know. If or you're still here from the beginning of the show, yeah. $3 a month. You get a free week if you want. We just did a whole episode where we went down every soundboard sound we've ever had. And there's some gems in there, like old voicemails and a lot of old bits that we just have forgot about.
Yeah, it was a fun bit of reminiscing as well as some of it that, like you said, totally forgot about actually.
Yes, so that was a fun Patreon to do. That'll be up. That'll be up in a few days after this posts. So
nice,
yeah.
Nice. All right. Well then, I guess all that can be said now is have a lemonade concept drink that Tony's drinking, whatever they are. I don't know.
Delicious.
Yeah. Have one of those and you'll be fine, I guess.
Stay in your summoning circle.
Yeah, and boy, I'll tell you what. Get your flu shots and stay away from other people.
Yeah, hermit it up, y'all.
Yeah, jeez. I barely leave my house. I leave my house one time and I get sick. What the hell?
Yeah, this is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
Oh, I love it.